We finally have a third movie in the 28 Days Later franchise. Now, on a side note, what do you call this franchise? 28 years later, 28 later, 28 days later franchise? I'm just calling it 28 Days Later franchise, so that'll be the title of this video. But let's talk about the movies. Now, at number 3, I have the newest addition to this franchise, which is going to be 28 years later. This tells the story of the virus 28 years later and a son who wants to help his mom. Now, I liked quite a few things about this movie. I like their main character. I actually like the story, that the story was straightforward. To me, it works with this kind of movie because we are getting a sequel in January. And this movie does kind of scream like this is going to be a sequel movie. So that kind of brings it down a little bit. But for what it is, I do like it. I still think it's a good movie. I think it's shot pretty cool. I think it's shot well. I like the characters, I like the story. And I do like a plotline with the mom that I think is really hits hard that kind of society. And I did find this one has quite a few funny moments. But there are quite a few drawbacks to this. I wasn't a big fan of the music, not a big fan of the dream sequences. And I feel like the flashbacks was kind of like, you only really show that once, not 3 times. And just the ending, I feel very mixed on because I see how some people could absolutely hate the ending, but to me, it's like, I don't know how I feel about it quite fully, to be honest with you. And that's kind of why I have it. Number 3, it's still a good movie, don't get me wrong. But it's different, it's different. And number 2, I have 28 Weeks Later. This tells the story of an infection 28 weeks after the rage virus. And if I'm being completely honest, this movie to me is I still think it's a good movie. I think it's a little bit above mid to me. And there's just so much going on in the movie. And there's a plot with the mom and the eyes about being a carrier and everything for it. And if I'm being honest, I don't know how to feel about that. I thought that was interesting and cool to bring for that movie, but they don't bring that kind of thing forward in this one unless it has something to do with the baby in the third one. But I don't know how I feel about that now because I think that was pretty cool in this movie, but they only use it in this one. So I'm not sure how to feel about that. I thought that would have been cool to bring in. But this is still a good movie. I do think the characters they're okay. The kid from the third one was better than the 2 siblings that we got in this one. But I still think her wanting to protect her sibling and everything was a good touch for family. And just this movie in general, of what they're willing to do to not spread the virus. This was a good movie. It's just personally not my favorite of this franchise. And on rewatch, it did go down. It used to be my favorite, but honestly, it went down for me. But it is still a good movie. I guess after filming 3 straight videos in a row, I completely forgot to mention this movie has the best opening scene out of all 3 of them so far. And finally, at number 1, 28 Years Later. Now, this is pretty dated. I think the way they shot, it just kind of, quality's not there. But if you ignore the quality part when you put it in, this is such a great movie. You have really good characters, especially the relationship between Hannah and her dad, Selena and Jim, which I think we're getting him to come back in the 4th or 5th movie. I'm not quite sure. Heard something about that. This is a great movie. It is something so different than I expected it to be. And even though the quality thing does bring it down, the other aspects of this movie, the loneliness of London, how they shot it, was pretty cool. And it still holds up to be a really good movie, something that you really don't see a lot of. And I just really enjoyed this movie. And it has gone up for me. But the quality thing does bring quite attention to. So that is my ranking of the 28 Days Later franchise. Comment down below what you think of this franchise. Comment down below your ranking. And I will see you guys in January or February with the updated ranking with the 4th film to see how things change.